Hello everyone and welcome to a replay brought to you by Starcraft. This is going to be a 1 vs 1 here on Metalopolis, and it is going to be between Czech, I believe, from Czech Prime, and Maka spawning as Nex here as, I believe, Maka Prime as well. Anyways, it is going to be a TvZ here. Maka spawning as the blue Terran. It's in the 6 o'clock position, and Czech spawning in as the what looks like pink or teal Zerg in the 9 o'clock position. And once again, this is SchickyStarcraft on behalf of GLHF.it. This replay was sent to me by them, and they did ask me to cast it, so here I am. And yeah, TvZ here on Metalopolis can be fairly interesting. Depending on the spawn areas, we do see a lot of different play. And as you probably can see, they are spawning in the close fly positions, meaning that the air distance between the two players is very, very short. Looks like we've got Czech here did an extractor trick to get out his extra drone. Now the extractor tricks are used to keep the larva count low. You never want to be at 3 larvae because then you're not producing larvae, and that is not good. So looks like Czech's Overlord is going to make it here into Maka's base, and he's not going to pull out. So at this point, Maka does see the Overlord, and it is going to continue in. We've got Supply Depot and then Refinery, and still no barracks, but looks like we are going to see a barracks here at 13. He's got enough minerals for it now. And yeah, as I was saying, because of the close fly distances, we will see probably a lot of airplay, either Mutalisks or Viking Banshee. I'm not too sure, and my frame rate's going down a little bit, and I'm not sure why. I even lowered the quality, but it could be something to do with my hard drives. I'll have to double check that. Anyways, we have a spawning pool coming up at around 13 here for Czech, and he's just going to be producing more and more drones at this point, probably saving up for a queen. He's also getting his natural expansion here just north of his base. Maka is going to see this, so looks like he's going to go steal 5 minerals from that patch. Really not much of a difference there, but he is going to get the timing of this spawning pool. There is no gas, so we're not going to see metabolic boost or tier 2 coming in, but we are going to see an Overlord, 2 Zerglings, and still no queen yet. Still waiting for that 150 minerals, and we are getting gas now as well. Back in Maka's base, he's looking to be getting a reactor and then a factory, which will mean that he's going to swap the factory and the barracks to get out a couple early Hellions, vying to go with the BBS or BFS block off that the Terrans will use. Some people will use a supply depot, barracks, supply depot, but very common you'll see BBS, so barracks, barracks supply, or barracks factory supply. Maka does have his orbital command up, so he is going to be getting those mules down into play, creating more supply depots just in time so that he doesn't get supply blocked. And now that the reactor is attached, he's probably going to pump out 2 Hellions. Nope, just getting 1 so far. There's 2 Zerglings here. And once again, my frame rate dipping really low, and I don't know why. I'll have to wait and see. So Starport coming up now. We are going to see the 111 opening for Maka. We'll have to see what that transitions into. We got a spine crawler coming up here at the natural expansion for Czech, and a queen slowly making her way down there, and we got a second queen just about to come out. Queens are very good at preventing any type of Hellion harass, although with just 1 Hellion, he's not going to get much harassment, if any, at all. 2 additional Hellions coming in now, and he is supply locked for a split second, but now he's okay. Maka is running off both gases, so that means he is going to be going for a fairly heavy mech or air play. Judging by the tech lab on the starport, we're going to see some Banshees or maybe even a Raven. Not sure why you get a Raven quite yet, but it looks like Czech is going to be expecting this kind of play, as he's got 3 queens out, and he's now going to tier 2. Roach Warren just finishing now as well. I'm going to pull up the production tab for you guys. And we've actually got a medevac coming in, so we're not going to see a lot of airplay, but we are going to see a medevac probably dropping in a couple of these Hellions. Up to 4 the medevac can hold inside of it. So it's almost ready. Queuing up now here, we've got the 5th Hellion being repaired up, and we've got 4 others ready to go, and we are now getting a command center here for Maka as well. So looking to play a little bit more of a macro game. I don't believe Maka is expecting this to really win him the game, of course. It's just harassment. but it should be able to do enough damage to stop the production and force Check here to use his larva on his drones. So we've got 2 Hellions here pulling up the rear, and we've got now 4 inside the base. Actually, it looks like 3. Nope, just 3. So we airlifted 3 up. We do have an involution chamber as well coming. Lair is finished, and these drones are just getting roasted. And they're doing a fairly good job here of avoiding the queens, but they are going to get pretty much surrounded. If they can get outside the base again, they can try to kill this extra drone here, but Czech losing quite a few drones. If we look at units lost, yeah, he's lost quite a bit more minerals. Well, no, I guess Maka's lost actually more minerals than Czech has, so not sure really how effective that was, but it is going to force him, like I said, to use his larva on more drones. We had 2 extra Hellions here being fought off by a couple roaches, and the extra queen as well. Czech making very good use of all these creep tumors because he's got so many queens, 4 out in the field now. He is producing tons of creep tumors to get that creep all over the field, and we do have our first Banshee now out in the air as well, and this Overlord did see that come out, so he is expecting it. Nexus here for Maka, morphing into an orbital command, then going to go lift off and put down into his natural expansion. And we've got just this single Banshee here still, trying to cause some damage, but with 4 queens, it's not really going to do much at all. He's going to need to sneak into the main base, but there is now a Spore Crawler as well, and an Overseer, so even if he has Cloak, it's going to be virtually useless. Back to the production tab, we do have the cloaking field coming up for the Banshees, but this Spore Crawler does take it out combined with the attacks from the queens. So Czech here doing a very good job at thwarting off all of the harassment tactics that Maka is throwing at him. Now, I'm not sure if he's seen Mutalisk or no, he didn't see any Mutalisks and no Spire, so I'm not sure why he's putting detectors up, but he is. We've got 4 roaches coming out now. He may be expecting some kind of burrow play with the tunneling claws from the roaches, but we've got Czech here just producing the speed upgrade for the roaches, so they do move very fast. 1 Banshee and 2 Hellions. Hellions doing very little damage against these roaches. Of course, the Banshees are doing fairly well against them, though, because they do 2 attacks, and yeah, 12 times 2 is 24, so yeah.